Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer has logged over 500 miles on this bike commuting to work and feels qualified to give some honest feedback. Overall, our reviewer says they would definitely buy this bike again. As a first electric bike experience, it was a great choice, especially compared to the pricier options with less power that were recommended elsewhere. This scooter is faster, sleeker, and more affordable. The ride quality is excellent, with speeds exceeding 30 mph on downhill stretches. The fat tires contribute to a smooth experience. However, the half-twist throttle takes some getting used to. The reviewer recommends developing a habit of turning the bike on and off while seated to avoid accidental throttle engagement. They strongly suggest upgrading to hydraulic brakes, or at least replacing the factory brake pads with higher quality ones. Better pedals and rear-view mirrors are also worthwhile investments. Keep in mind that this bike is heavy, around 65 pounds, which might be a consideration for those living in apartments without an elevator. If the battery runs out, pedaling becomes quite challenging. This client advises against using it on serious mountain bike trails. It's best suited for streets and gravel paths. Weighing around 200 pounds, the reviewer finds that the bike provides adequate power, although acceleration from a standstill with the throttle or pedal assist could be better. Lighter riders might experience improved acceleration. The motor and battery have performed reliably, but the bike frequently displays an 8 error code, which is a minor annoyance. The reviewer suspects a wiring short or faulty controller. The bike also produces some noticeable noise, but it's been there since day one. Despite these minor drawbacks, our reviewer believes that this bike is an excellent entry point for those new to e-bikes or looking for a budget-friendly option. Upgrading specific components is always an option.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer thinks this electric bicycle is an absolute steal for the price. Seriously, they claim you'd be hard-pressed to find anything remotely comparable from a reputable manufacturer at a similar cost. Our reviewer lives in California and uses it on rough, unmaintained fire roads, saying it handles rocks, roots, and everything else you can imagine with ease. Regarding range, this client admits it's a bit less than ideal, but understandable given the steep inclines and challenging terrain they ride on. They estimate getting around 25 miles on a full charge in the mountains. However, they believe that figure would likely double on flatter ground with just regular hills. The main drawback this reviewer experienced was with the brakes. The stock mechanical brakes apparently lacked the necessary stopping power for such a heavy bicycle. They described the braking sound as like death and noted a lack of control. However, this client found an easy solution, upgrading to hydraulic calipers. They emphasize it was a worthwhile investment, costing only around $45 but dramatically improving the riding experience. This reviewer strongly advises anyone considering purchasing this electric bicycle to factor in the brake upgrade. While they think the brakes need improvement, this is not a reason to avoid this excellent bicycle. Just be aware that a brake upgrade is a great idea.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer is quite pleased with their purchase so far. Delivery was prompt, even arriving ahead of schedule. Our reviewer reports that this electric bike offers a smooth ride, whether using pedal power alone, a combination of pedal and electric assist, or full electric power. The seat, while not terrible, is something this client plans to upgrade eventually. The bike features a twist throttle located next to the right grip, which the reviewer finds perfectly acceptable, unsure whether a thumb or push-button throttle would be preferable. They did look into the cost of a replacement battery and were surprised to find it priced at nearly half the cost of the entire bike. While not needing one currently, it's something to keep in mind. The frame seems well constructed, but the manual instructions leave something to be desired. It incorrectly suggests inflating the tires to 100 psi, which the reviewer wisely disregarded after checking the tire sidewall for the correct 30 pounds per square inch recommendation. Despite this oversight, they are very happy with the bike overall, and it's garnered significant interest from acquaintances, many of whom are now considering a similar purchase. This client liked it so much they bought a second one for their wife. They also considered the Pro model, but ultimately decided the added features like hydraulic brakes and extra gear and a rear shock weren't worth the extra cost, as the motor and speed are the same. Bottom line, both are cool. Customer service hasn't been needed, so our reviewer can't comment on that aspect. For now, it's a definite thumbs up.
That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.